Hi everybody, it's Julia here, and in this video I thought I was going to share 3 different pages, hopefully, using odd embellishments. So I know lately, and have seen it in comments all around the places, that these icons or motifs that the new scrapbooking lines come out with are really cute, but hard to use. And I think they're really cute as well, and I think they're a bit odd to use too, so hopefully this will benefit you and me as I try to make 3 scrapbook pages. So what I have done here is I have gone through my box of leftovers, or not really, but this is where all the ephemera stuff or offcuts or stuff I printed, they end up in this box, and then the really tiny ones I have in a little bit dish here so they don't get lost in the big here. So what I've done here is I went through my photos that I have printed, and I found these 2 photos, and these are really old, and they are of my little pony, and he was an Arab Connemara breed and or mix, and really pretty, and he was my unicorn. So I thought that was going to be a great way to use the unicorn stuff. So what I have done here is look through all the stuff to find unicorns. Now I didn't find that many, so I'm not really sure. I feel like I should have more, but I'm going to look through my stickers and that kind of stuff as I go. But I have that. I also have this little unicorn that I just cut off here, and then I decided I might use that as a layering piece. I'm going to save that. I also found this is a part of a big acetate sheet, and it has unicorns. And then I also found these 2 pieces I thought I might layer with. The other one here is going to be this one. So this is just a random selfie. I got my hair trimmed quite a lot, very much actually. So I thought, and I have this zebra shirt, and I thought that was going to be the inspiration for this one. So what I have done here is, these are just pieces I have found. So the zebra pieces I found are obviously from mostly Maggie Holmes, and I think this one is from Amy Tan. So I have 3 zebras here, and I also found this one from Dear Lizzie, and it's a blonde girl with sunglasses, so I think I will have to use that on this page. Then I also found here in some scraps I thought that would be nice to layer with, and then some cute tags. Now I also have a paper from Maggie Holmes that is green with zebras on, so I'm going to use that too, hopefully, if the colors go together. Another motif that is quite common is the swans, and here I have a photo of, they have this sort of natural lake where the swans come when they migrate or emigrate, I don't know what they do, but cranes and swans, they gather in here with geese, and they get fed before they fly, whatever they fly. And I find quite a lot of swans. Here we have some black ones. We don't get a lot of black ones in Sweden, but we do get a few. In the park in the town, we actually have a couple who comes there for a few weeks each year. So I have a white one. This is a book, another book, how to draw a swan. So that is some stuff. So now I'm going to try to put this all together. I think it's quite a big leap to think that I can get all of these to work together, quite different colors, but I will do my best to use these odd things. Okay, so I'm going to start with the middle section here with the zebra pile. I thought it was going to be easiest to start with that, because I sort of had a plan with that. So I have this paper here. It's really pretty. It's from Maggie Holmes' Shine collection, with a bunch of zebras on a dark green background. And if you have followed me or looked at my channel before, then you might know that this sort of deep green color is one of my favorite colors. I also have to say that when Shine came out, it was a few years ago. Actually, it wasn't. It was like last autumn. I was like, I will never use that zebra paper. That is bonkers. This is my 4th sheet, I think. It is crazy. I love it. Anyway, this will be my last sheet officially, I hope anyway. I just saw it on sale in a scrapbook store here, and it was like 2 Swedish crowns. That is like, oh, so cheap. Usually a scrapbook paper in Sweden costs like 11 Swedish crowns, and it was like 2. I was like, oh, but anyway, keeping it cool. So what I'm doing here is I have my photo and the inspiration. I have this zebra shirt, and I thought, how amazing would it be if I can use a lot of tags? Now, ephemera packs these days comes with a lot of tags anyway in the crate paper ephemera packs, and I use a lot of crate paper, and they're really pretty, and I'm like, how on earth am I going to use all of these tags? I tried to layer them on my pages. It doesn't really look right, and I was like, if I just start with the tags, make that like I'm starting with them, they're meant to be there, maybe it will be better. So I have all of my different zebra ephemera pieces and stickers and whatnot, and yeah, so I have this paper is from Dear Lizzie. I think it's from the Serendipity line. It's very like, it's a cream with light blue polka dots, so I thought it was kind of perfect to have a light piece, a light background, but I still have a pattern, you know. And I'm going to layer my photo on a 4x6 journaling cards, and it comes from the box of everything. But first I'm going to layer it with that green paper because I just love that paper. But I have to say I'm really happy because there's a lot of scrapbook lines that have that green, deep green color now, so that makes me happy. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fuss like for the next few minutes. I'm just going to I have sped it up quite a lot because I'm going to fuss a lot with these tags. I'm not sure how to place them because I have 4 of them here. 3 of them have that sort of deep green color. 3 of them are a bit more blue. I don't really know how to place them to make it look good. So first I thought I was going to have them all in one row, but it didn't really fit. Then I'm thinking, should I have them like a grid style? But my photo is quite, it's a quite big difference between the smallest piece and then my photo. So I'm just going to fuss, really. I'm bringing out more tags here, trying to to make it work. If they have different layers, should it be stacked on the same line? I do have to say it's quite easy with these sort of polka dot paper to see the lines, so that's good. But yeah, this was quite like annoying. I don't usually fuss very much when I do my scrapbook pages. I think I'm doing, but then I look like at the video later, I'm like, oh, I didn't actually fuss that much about it. But this time, oh my gosh, I was like, I was so close to give up, and I was like, this is my favorite of all the weird elements I'm going to work with. Zebras are like my favorite, and I fussed so much with it. But I do have to say, looking at the finished page, I have it right next to me here. I really like how it came out. So now I'm starting to see where it's going. I'm starting to like, okay, this will work. So what I decided to do is have them on 2 rows and then bring out these big gray tags that I've just cut from. They are like a textured cardstock that has like a texture of wood grain. It's really cool. So I just cut, I have a little stash of cut tags, so I just pulled it from that. And then layering 2 of the pieces on top of that, and that will sort of ground, and then having the smaller tags on top. I will also bring my photos. All the bigger elements are at the bottom, and I'm going to also add some thread to make them look like they're hanging, because I think that's with tags also, because I feel like they should be attached to something, because they have that hole. I feel like it should be attached, and I think that may be what I'm struggling with when I'm doing other scrapbook pages where I have a hard time with the tags. But here I'm going to you're going to really feel like these tags are hanging down onto the page. So I pulled out my embroidery, my set of threads, and I pulled out one of those deep green bluey colors, and I'm going to thread them and then going to staple them on top so it looks like they are hanging down the page. I'm really happy with this sort of burst of genius inspiration that I got. So So yeah, so the two biggest zebra pieces are at the bottom, and they are all facing, all of the zebras are facing left. And I was like, I can't really do anything about it. They are all facing that direction. What you could have done is having them all in a row on the right side. So instead of spreading it all out on the page, having like a row of embellishment on the right side, you could do that because they're all facing the direction and not having the photo on the left. That's one way of doing that. Another way with the, oh, my camera is moving. Oh my gosh. So here I've done that. I stapled them all and I pulled out my title, and that is Zebra ut. And in Swedish, that sort of zebra is actually, if you, the word for look is se, se. So, and then good is bra, like the bra you have on it if you're a girl. So se bra is like looking good, or you have a good eyesight, se bra. So it's sort of a pun here in Swedish. So anyway, what I'm going to go to, if you have a hard time with the zebra motif, you could do that, have inspiration, but maybe you don't have a Swedish pun because you're not Swedish and you don't really understand what I was saying. And you can take inspiration from clothing, like I have done here. Also, I thought it worked because I have just got my hair cut, so looking good, you know. But if you have a lot of zebras and you don't really know what to do with them, what you can do is go with the obvious black and white stripe theme. Maybe you have a black and white striped shirt on, maybe you just have a black and white photo, maybe you have a colored photo but you want to work with black and white, then you can go with a zebra. But yeah, I think the important thing with all of these different elements, I'm going to go with unicorns, and then after I'm going to go tackle the swans, is just to embrace it, really. I feel like if you just make a normal quote-unquote page and then slap a zebra on it, it might look a bit weird. But if you sort of embrace the weird, having all the zebras, or having like a bunch of different animals with the bears and the giraffes and whatever else you can find, I think that sort of makes it a bit better. Yeah, that's my my takeaway anyway. The finishing embellishments, really, I just put 3 different those faux suede bows from Amy Tangerine. So a blue, a pink, and a yellow on 3 different tags, and then adding some enamel dots in a matching color, just to add some color in it, and I think it makes it a bit fun. So that is my page. I think it looks really, really cool. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks really good. Det ser väldigt bra ut. So yeah, I would love to know what you think about the zebras. Do you like them or do you don't? What do you do with them? Do you have some really fun tips what to do with those really odd icons? I would love to have some more tips. Stay tuned. My next video in this series will be unicorns, and after that we will tackle the swans.